Hey everybody, this is Donald Jenkins, your Master Purpose Development Coach, coming to you from the Purpose Development Institute. And I'm excited. I have a good friend of mine with me today, Mr. Alfonso McClendon. And I brought him on because he is one of, number one, a very powerful man of God. And then secondly, he's decided to be a part of the Agents of Change movement that we recently launched. And I wanted to bring him on to just kind of talk a little bit more about that and to discuss some things. And I'm sure it's going to be a blessing to you and help you understand, number one, the value of what we're doing and why you might need to start a chapter in your area. So Alfonso, welcome, man. Appreciate you coming to the Agents of Change video. So I've got two questions I want to ask you, man. You just started this process and you've been with me for quite some time. Tell them how long that, you and I have been knowing each other, first of all.
It's been well over 10 years, 10 plus years, man. I mean, we go way back to, Chattanooga, Unity is Power.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's been a very long time, absolutely. Yeah.
So, we're connected again, and we're excited about what God is allowing us to do together as a team. And he just started his Agents of Change chapter leader training. And I wanted to speak to him about that, ask him a few questions, because we're basically trying to create an environment where we can encourage more guys to get involved with becoming chapter leaders of being an agent of change. So one thing I want to ask you is, you started this journey. What has it meant to you so far?
Man, it's been very interesting, very, very impactful, very eye-opening. There's a learning curve. We've talked about that. I've had to take. I've just had to embrace it. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. A lot of times we're intimidated by those learning curves, but I feel like it's a necessity because, as we talked about earlier, change begets change. So it's causing me to change on the inside, causing me to explore those things and concepts and precepts that I've adopted over the years that basically is, caused me to kind of interpret this life journey maybe the wrong way.
That's good stuff. I mean, two things, man, you said that I thought was very powerful. You mentioned the intimidation factor. And I think when you're learning new stuff, most of the time we're intimidated by it. But after you expose yourself to it and you learn the language, it just becomes a part of who you are. So you're going through that process right now. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
And now you see the language, because one of the things that we talk about as far as to be an agent of change is that we are ordinary men. We're not trying to be superstars, but we are engaging in a process that's allowing us to have extraordinary conversations. And that's the training that he's talking about, is that when you go through the process of raising your purpose IQ, then your language change.
Right.
But you can't be intimidated by that. Right? No. You have to embrace the process and allow the process to become a part of who you are, so that now you can be a part of the solution and not a part of the problem. One of the things that we said earlier is that Albert Einstein said that, you can't solve a problem with the same mindset that you use to create the problem.